And good morning, Donald Lauer here with Sierra Vista Weather and svweather.com. We're taking a look here at the outer bands now impacting the southern coast of Florida. You can barely kind of make out the very northern edge here of Ian, and so you'll see that the outer bands are starting to affect the southern region of Florida. This is a very busy and very strong storm, and it's encountered some warm waters and it's going to grow. And we're looking at it taking the path that the European model had the other day, predicting. And pretty much all the models are in agreement. So this thing is going to go a little farther to the east than it was to the west. Remember, we had one model predicting going in here near the Tampa area somewhere. And then we had the other model coming up in here into the Tallahassee area, Panama Beach area. And now the models are all pretty much in agreement that it's going to come inland over in this area somewhere. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that pans out. This is going to be a stronger storm because it's going to dodge the shearing that we showed in the last video. And it's going to be coming inland sooner rather than later. So then you don't have all that shear to deal with. So it is going to be a stronger storm. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery here, and you can see there's a very clearly defined eye wall right there in the middle. And as it passes the very western tip of Cuba, it does go. Before we had it looking like it was going to go in between, but now it is definitely passing over the very far western tip of Cuba. And most of the time when hurricanes interact with land, they weaken. But in this case, it's not going to do that because where it is impacting Cuba is all flat land. It's all low and flat land, and there's not a lot of mountainous, hilly terrain to really eat up the storm. So you're going to see this thing continue to increase. Probably going to be a Category 4 hurricane. And we're just going to have to watch and see what happens with this thing, but it definitely is looking like it's going to go into the central Florida panhandle area, or the Gulf Coast area. Here's a look at the European model, and as you can see, the black line here depicting the mean rate of travel right in here in central Florida area. And here's a look at the GFS model showing pretty much the same thing now. Both models, both these models are now pretty much in agreement. So let's take a look at the precipitation forecast model. All right, here we are looking at the GFS precipitation forecast model. And here you can see Ian right here. So we're going to go ahead and put this thing into motion. And you can see right there, you can see it impacting the central coast of Florida on the Gulf Coast. Let's keep going. You see it kind of meanders there a little bit first, so it kind of stalls. That's going to be the problem. That this thing is going to stall for a little bit, and it's going to prolong the inundation of the winds and the rains and the storm surge and the flooding and all of that. Okay, here we are tracking the tropics, looking at Ian, and currently right now here we are where Cuba is coming north. And it looks like it is definitely going to at least hit a Category 4, but then it's going to start weakening. It's going to probably be a Category 3 storm when it makes landfall right here around or just north of Tampa. So you can see some of the outer bands are already starting to affect Florida. And current movement right now is north-northwest at 13 miles per hour. It's a 972 millibars. Remember, the lower the millibars, the stronger the storm. Current winds are 100 miles per hour. And this looks like it's going to be right around Thursday. Sometime Thursday it's going to make landfall. So that's all we have for now. We will keep you updated on this Hurricane Ian as we get more information. So until the next time, thanks for watching the video.